Hi quilting friends, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window, and I am so happy that you joined me for a second week of our Quilt Along called Carol. This is the quilt that we're making, and we broke the quilt to a groups of blocks. Last week we did a little square and a square, block 4, and we did a block 1 for right here, 4 of them. And I am super excited because today it's a full day of fun with little patches, because we're gonna be making this part of the quilt, including those blocks right here. So fully packed. If you're just joining us in, it's not too late to go to our website at www.laundrybasketquilts.com and get your pattern and a kit and join us right in. I'm so excited for you. So today's block, we're gonna start up with block 2, and this one has this beautiful pink in the center and a red. We're gonna make this calls a 9 patch. We're gonna make the little 9 patch, and then we're gonna frame it in MOA patches right on the outside. So look at this. This is how I make my block. I love taking my little patches, line them up to a beautiful picture of little squares, sew them into rows, push the seam allowance towards dark, towards my pink and towards my red, and then go ahead, place the pieces right sides together, pin it gently, stitch it, and flip it open. This is how you're gonna make that center patch right there. All the seam allowance are pushed towards the dark fabric, so I have it first pushed here, then towards the outside. As soon as you finish your block, you're gonna go ahead and want it to square it up. The squaring up is so important. I love doing that. So I grab my ruler, always square it up. This one is already done, and the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna be adding a little sashings. So I'm gonna start with light rectangles right there, and a light rectangles for top and a bottom, and a small blue square. I already went ahead and sewed my blue squares towards my to my light. I push my seam allowance towards the light. I know that's unusual. If it bothers you, you can open those seams. Why did I do that? Because when I take these rectangles and I sew them right here and flip it open, those seam allowances are pushing my seam allowance towards the light right here. And now when I have both sides done, I can go ahead, add this to it, and lock the seams right here. Now as soon as you do that, you're gonna go ahead and start on right away the next round of strips and low squares. 2 more on the left and the right, and top and the bottom, just like this, with a beautiful blue squares. And again, you're gonna be pushing the seam allowance towards the light. I just finished mine, and I'm gonna go ahead, sew it together. For this part of the block, my tip for you is make sure you pin at least 3 more pins through the middle, because it's so easy to shift and move those logs. Now let me show you my block one more time, so you can see it how I did it. Look at on the back, all the seam allowances are going towards the outside. I didn't open any seams, and I just followed the rule because everything was working nice, and I didn't want to create extra bulk right here by pushing it in opposite direction. So everything works really nice. You're gonna make 4 of those squares for each corner of the block. We are building a beautiful medallion quilt. Now, as soon as you finish this block, you're gonna set it to the side, and you're gonna wanna go ahead and start on your block 3. Block 3 is so exciting. Oh, I just dropped my triangles. Those little triangles, they like to fly away. Look at this. That is gonna be the first pieces you're gonna be sewing. Where did I get those pieces? I followed the cutting direction for block number 3. All of the measurements are there in a pattern, so make sure you cut your pieces correctly. As soon as you cut your triangles, you're gonna place them right sides together. You're gonna gonna stitch it, then flip it open. And again, this time I went and opened this seam right here, just like this. Oh no, actually this one, I just pushed it one way. I didn't open this one because I didn't want the pink peeking through it. And I check my unit. This is the unit that we're gonna be making, and it wasn't creating much bulk right here. So I pushed one way. This is the block number 3 that we're gonna be making. And there is a left and a right image of that block. All right, so let's move those things out of the way. Keep those close to us and keep going on our half square triangle. As soon as you finish your half square triangle, you're gonna want to go ahead and move on to little 4 patches. We need those 2 units, half square triangle and 4 patches, to make the block. I'm gonna line up light fabric and dark fabric into our 4 patch. Then I'm gonna go ahead, take those squares, place them right sides together, stitch. As soon as I finish stitching, I'm gonna have lovely units like this. I'm pushing my seam allowance towards the blue. I'm gonna rotate this one so that way I have a really cute 4 patch image. Now I'm gonna place them together. Make sure you grab a pin and pin it right there by the seam. You're gonna stitch. As soon as you finish stitching, you're gonna go ahead, open this center. So what I did is just pull the seam allowance gently open it up right there, and make a little 4 patch. Now I have my 4 patch. I'm gonna start building the left side of the block. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add another 2 patches, square and a blue square, light rectangle, our half square triangle unit right there. We're gonna need a little light in between, and we're gonna go ahead and place a light square right on the top. Now this is our next unit that we have to build. I'm gonna move the pieces so you see all of them. I like making this before and making this before speeds things up, and we're gonna need a total 4 of those units. We have a left and a right side, and this rotates around the center of the quilt. So remember, you're gonna make 4 of those and 4 of those. It's so important to lay them in front of you because it's very easy to get distracted. Believe me, it happened to me too. I sewed something opposite. I was like, nope, I needed to flip that because it's mirror image. So it happened to all of us. Now what we're going to do is we're gonna be sewing it 2 rows. We're gonna columns. We're gonna take the light, place it over 4 patch, stitch right here, then flip it open. Then we're gonna move on with this one, place it right side, stitch it, flip it open. Seam allowance gonna be going into that background square and a rectangle. We're gonna finish with this triangle and again flip it open. We're gonna finish this side by sewing that little 2 patch right here and flip it open. Now guess what? It's gonna be nice and easy to lock those seams right here and sew this to this. Let me show you how mine work out so that way you gain the confidence that you can do it nice and easy. I could have done a little bit better job matching, but guess what? I have 4 more to make, so I get 3 more chances to do it. Once I stitched it, I pushed my seam allowance towards this strip right here, towards this side, and pressed it. Then I moved on and made the other side. So this is block number 4. This area, block number 4, we have now made 1, we have made 2, 3, and oh no, this is number 3. I'm so sorry. So we had a 1, we had a 2, 3, and 4 right here. So now guess what? Let me take you a little bit ahead and show you how to put this unit together. I have to double check, make sure that I have everything in the right places. Oh, this is lining up so nice. Look at this, what is happening. Look at this, isn't it wonderful? Everything start melting together, all those patches, and they start creating a beautiful design for us. Oh, I love this little unit right here. And remember our sashing that we have made, that is gonna be ending up right there. So the next step that I need you to do is lay your pieces, so this to this, this to this, then together. Then you're gonna have this sashing, another one of those right here, and a little square in a square for the center, just like I have it. So once you have complete this corner of the quilt, you're gonna repeat this 4 times, because you need 4 of them, and you're gonna rotate them around the quilt with this unit right here, that it's almost like a session in between those block units with the low square in the center. Let me show you the picture of this part of the quilt, because it's nice to see that. So look at this. You're gonna be making 4 of those. You're gonna be making 4 of those. I hope you already did, and you have 1 of the center blocks. Then you're gonna go ahead and lay everything together and sew this to this, this to this. So the center, you are pushing your seam allowances in opposite directions, so that way everything locks, and in no time you're going to have the center of the quilt. This is the top part, the middle part, the bottom part, and once everything is put together, it's gonna look just like this. It's gonna have to be 22.5 by 22.5 unfinished, and that is the center of our quilt. I am so excited that you're moving along. It's not that much work. We're only doing 4 blocks at the most of each design, so 4 of this, 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 and now we can put it into this beautiful center medallion. Next week we have beautiful flowers waiting for us just to blossom in gorgeous lighthouse fabrics. I hope you enjoy. I look forward to see you next week for week 3 of our Carol Quilt-a-thon. I wish you happy quilting and look forward to see you next time.